Thanks for joining us today. I'm Jen Baradi, and this is Meg McSherry of Courage Health and Wellness. We're so grateful and delighted to have this time with all of you. Before getting into the inner resource tool, I just wanted to briefly share some background for those just joining in today. I was drawn to iRest, Integrative Restoration, because it is evidence-based, just like the techniques and therapies used at Courage Health and Wellness. Dr. Richard Miller, a psychologist, researcher, incorporated mindfulness in his therapy. And with Walter Reed Army Medical Military Center in DC, he conducted extensive research treating military veterans with severe trauma. With such great success with the program, in 2006, the U.S. Department of Defense incorporated iRest as part of their healing regimen for trauma, chronic pain, and anxiety. Even now, iRest research continues in many settings, including hospitals, education, work with seniors and students. iRest is used widely in therapy, health facilities, gyms, studios, and at home by all ages, cultures, and faiths.
So Dr. Richard Miller says, it empowers you to recover and put back into place this natural resource you already have inside of yourself. So visualization can be a starting point. It's used by athletes who visualize making a basket or a goal, by performers when they visualize successfully singing or acting. I was first introduced to visualization over 10 years ago. I was going through a really upsetting time. I was in a serious romantic relationship. I just couldn't stop crying and thinking how sad everything was. I'd cry as soon as I woke up, while I'd walk to work, and whenever I found myself still. Maybe some of this sounds familiar to some of you. And I think what made it more difficult, I was living in a foreign country in South Korea. So I was far from home. It was difficult to talk to friends and family with a time difference, and we didn't have smartphones. We had to buy calling cards back then. But I managed to find an English-speaking counselor, and he introduced me to visualization. So whenever sadness came, I was taught to use all my senses and visualize a place that felt safe and I felt at ease in. And for me, this was a memory in the Boboli Garden in Firenze in Italy. So I'd feel the warmth of the summer, the sun beaming down, the refreshing breeze, the beautiful vibrant green, manicured trees, marble fountains, and water flowing. And so just coming to this every time definitely helped me recover. And I was able to find comfort in reliving this beautiful memory. So as I learned about iRest, this is now moving forward 10 years, I learned how visualization is just a starting point, actually tapping into the resource that resides within us all the time, always there, trusting this place of safety and ease within us. So instead of coping strategies that the body and mind use to get our attention, to try to keep us safe, we learn to become more comfortable with using our inner resource as a tool. So quickly getting us out of negative emotions and feelings like profound sadness, anxiety, pain, connecting with the inner resource through detailed imagery. As you come to a place of ease, you respond feeling more in control, replacing impulsive reactions, relieving yourself from the brain's fear wiring related to the work of the neurotransmitters and circuitry and work of the prefrontal cortex, which influences our emotional behavior and coping strategies, defense mechanisms. So you need your pen or paper right now as I start to explain a bit more about this inner resource tool. So inner resource can be seen as a safe haven, a refuge, just like that garden was for me. It supports you in discovering well-being, your calm, happiness, security, peace, quiet, and okayness that resides in all of us. So for the first part, we use imagery. And this helps to uncover and bring you towards your inner resource. The inner resource that's unchanging and has always been with you since birth, quietly in the background supporting you. So we're rediscovering it through these practices. So can you visualize and list maybe places, real or imagined, memories, which are just past images, life moments, events, maybe activities, hobbies that you enjoy, or people who are dear to you. just writing whatever comes to you. There's no right or wrong. Brainstorming. So, for example, maybe a green forest or a white sandy beach. Maybe consider some travels you've been on. Or from childhood, sitting on a cloud or in a castle. The memory of sitting in a garden, being held or holding a loved one. Or activities bring you relaxation, like swimming or cycling. So we're just gonna give you a moment now to just list as many that come to you. And if nothing comes, welcome that as well. Okay, hopefully you've got a couple places that you really are feeling, some meaningfulness towards or ease. And so from that list, is there maybe one place that brings you the greatest well-being? And you'll know it because when you gaze at it or say it or remember it, it brings relaxation in your body, maybe a sigh of relief or a smile. So now going through that list, which one? And if it's challenging, maybe putting several stars across different ones that bring ease to you and then deciding later. So just take a couple moments to do that. So for the next part, using your 5 senses, how can you make your safe haven come to life? What do you hear, see, smell? Is there a taste in the air? Can you touch anything? Just welcoming whatever details come or don't come without forcing anything. You can always come back to this list later. So I'll give you a couple moments to do that now. hopefully that was enough time to just jot a few of the details, and you can enliven it more later on. And through your life, you can keep working on this tool, this imagery. So as Dr. Richard Miller had said, you can recover and put back into place this natural resource you have inside of you. Now, as you're developing your inner resource tool using imagery, practicing it a little and often, you'll quickly stop overthinking feelings and emotions, connecting with this inner resource through detailed imagery. So replacing like what I did with that sadness feeling, bringing in this inner resource tool, and then changing the habit of reacting impulsively. And as you come to a place of ease, responding, feeling more in control. So taking that time to, instead of react, maybe come to this inner resource, feeling at ease again. And you'll find relief from the brain survival technique of fear, which influences our behaviors and our defense mechanisms. So now I'd like to invite all of you to experience an iRest Integrative Restoration guided mindfulness practice. So it supports relaxation response, decreased heart rate, decreases stress hormonal, the cortisol and the hormones, deep relaxation. You'll be guided by my voice alone, and just positioning your body, just feeling completely at ease, laying down, sitting, standing, or even moving around. And it's common for people to fall asleep or stay completely alert and awake. All possibilities are welcomed. Just come as you are, being open to this next 12 minutes about for this iRest guided practice. We'll be focusing on your inner resource and bringing in body and breathing scanning, tools we had covered in the last webinars, so you can experience these too. And as I invite inner resource, you're welcome to visualize the inner resource you developed today, or just welcome in the ones I offer. And if you experience any discomfort, you can open your eyes or ground your feet firmly or find movement. With your eyes open or closed, taking a few moments to settle in to a comfortable resting position. Welcome sensations where the body touches various textures, surfaces you're resting on. Temperature of the environment. Any sounds inside or outside of the room. Sense your entire body and mind settling into feeling calm and at ease. If you could be more relaxed or comfortable, make any adjustments to bring calm and ease and well-being throughout your body and mind. Experience your inner resource, a safe haven, refuge that helps you feel secure, safe, loved, and at ease. Perhaps imagery, a place in nature, imagined place, or memory bring ease. using your five senses, allowing it to become fully alive. Perhaps a place in nature, sitting in a garden, floral scent. Colors. Smell of fresh cut grass. Sunshine and a light breeze. Perhaps an imagined place. Sitting on a cloud. Weightless and floating. Wind and sunshine. Or a memory. Being held or holding a loved one. Heartbeat. Their natural scent. Warmth. Recognize and affirm that you can come back to your inner resource at any time in your everyday life and during your practice of iRest. Whenever you feel the need for being secure, safe, loved, and at ease. Allowing my words to be your words as your attention floats through your body. Without thinking. Attention resting on the jaw. Mouth. Nose. ears, eyes, forehead. Without needing to shift or soften anything. Arms, palms, and fingers. Torso and pelvis. Legs, feet, and toes. Trusting our direct experience as we sense into the entire body. Front, back, left, right. Unified body. Dissolving into the textures, the spaces around it. Sensing all that you are now aware of. Changing sensations emerge, expand, and float away. Revealing unchanging awareness. Be aware of the body breathing itself. Sensing the fullness of the body as the breath flows in. Emptying of the body as breath flows out. And the felt sense of your inner resource of calm and well-being. Welcome the natural flow of air and sensation in the nostrils and down the throat. Inhaling cool air, breath gently flows down. Exhaling, warm breath gently floats out. Inhale, coolness. Exhale, warmth. Attention resting on the body, breathing itself. Chest and belly rising and releasing with each breath. Inhaling, chest and belly rise. Exhaling, chest and belly fall. Welcome abundance, movement of energy throughout the entire body. Diffusing into every corner, every cell. If helpful, interweaving your inner resource of being and well-being throughout your entire body. Feeling secure and peaceful. Changing sensations, revealing unchanging awareness. Imagine going about your everyday life. Awareness awake and aware of itself. Sense and affirm how in each moment you always know the exact and perfect response to each situation that you encounter in life. Take your time now as you transition back into your waking life. Welcome sensations where the body touches various textures and surfaces you're resting on. Inviting the temperature of the environment. Any sounds inside or outside of the room. And when it feels right, opening and closing your eyes several times. finding movement, wiggling fingers and toes. All the while allowing this feeling of well-being to remain with you as you move back into your everyday life. Coming fully back, eyes wide awake in this present moment. Alert and grateful for taking this time for yourself in the practice of iRest. Thank you for practicing together. I'll turn it over to Meg now for questions.
Thanks, Jen. That was wonderful. I benefited from that myself. Really would like to hear from you all. Observations, thoughts, the imagery you chose, anything that you would like to share about what showed up for you with this practice. There's the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. You can type it in there if you would like. If you have to jump off, by the way, and leave, we will be back again with this second session, second part of the series next Friday at the same time. And we really do like to hear feedback in regard to time of day or any other offerings that you're interested in. So please, you can either email Jen or I, or you can make a comment now if you would like. Nice. So Jen, just a comment about how nice the session was, that it was relaxing, right? Some folks were at the beach. Nice. Someone mentioned about some relief of some physical pain that showed up, which, like you mentioned before, Jen, right, if I'm speaking correctly, that this practice of being able to go into the inner resource can almost neutralize pain in the body by kind of going in and out of that, or spending time in the inner resource. Am I right about that?
Yeah, that's right. It's meant to provide some relief, whether it's emotional or chronic pain, and just coming back into this inner resource that's a place of ease.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Great. All righty. So thank you so much for being here today. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Some of you all may not be joining us from the US. I think some of you all are in Canada. I hope you all are going to have some nice warm weather like we are here today. It really, and this weekend, it really is finally going to feel like spring is here for us. So again, take care. Try out this inner resource over the week. And it would be great to hear when we start next Friday, any observations of inner resource practice that you've had. So take care. Thanks so much. Thanks again, Jen.
See ya.
See you next Friday. Bye, everyone.